YouTube, we are in the grand finals of the Meta Weekly. Look at all the support you can get as a subscriber on Twitch or a joined member on YouTube. Click join for weekly $12 duel rooms, monthly $50 free entry events, competitive weekly, monthly, and daily big cash events, the largest, most active Discord for events, discussion, and help. Hajime, begin!
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Elman Sabers versus Crystron's post-ban list. What happened to Crystron's? Crystron's can only play one Rion now and only one Crystron impact. That's been quite devastating. It's been greatly reducing their consistency with summoning their boss monster Quarion to banish the entire field and/or graveyard. If you don't know how Crystron's work and you remember being on the opposing side, getting Quarion almost every single game, just know the consistency of doing so is greatly reduced. Sulfaneer gonna discard any Crystron, discarding a Citri to summon itself, to then destroy itself, to then summon any Crystron from the deck. This Fern could destroy a face-up card you control to summon a Citri, or a Rion from the deck. Popping itself. Could have popped the field spell if he wanted to. Come forth Citri. Why Citri? Citri can synchro on your opponent's turn using your graveyard, but only in the main phase or the battle phase.
Here I go. I summon a monster in attack position.
Get summoning. Invoker right off the bat. Gonna get searching for a fusion spell. Now, he could use Invocation with his opponent's graveyard. He could banish key cards from the grave. Sulfaneer needs to be in the grave, so you could use it every turn to summon onto the field. This Vern's also good. It could banish to search for any Crystron. Is he using his opponent's graveyard? Will Puzzles chain Citri to synchro with his grave before it gets banished?
I caught you right in my net.
He chaining his Citri. Going to use the Thisvern.
I'm counting on you.
Going to sync our Shokan into an Amatrix.
I'm counting on you.
Banishing both the Citri and the Thisvern. Come forth, Amatrix. Amatrix normally on summon would put all opposing monsters into defense if they are special summoned. Nothing is special summoned here. Yet. Banishing the Sulfaneer to make the ultimate Cocytus. Cocytus cannot be targeted nor destroyed by card effects. Summons it in attack. Interesting. Amatrix puts it in defense. Invocation gonna add the Invoker back to the hand. Now you might be thinking, Cocytus is normally in defense. Why'd he summon it in attack? He's afraid of Crystron impact, setting it to 0 defense without targeting it. Now, Crystron, Amatrix, when destroyed, will summon a Crystron from the graveyard, and the Cocytus can attack while in defense. It's not using its defense like a Super Heavy Samurai, it's using its attack at 1800 attack. He's not big enough, so why is he attacking? While the Invoker being added back to the hand can be discarded to boost up that Cocytus to 2800. We are in the damage step. Get boosting. 2800 until the end phase, taking out the Amatrix. Activating the Amatrix to summon Citri from the grave.
I'm counting on you.
Does he have the Crystron impact?
My turn is done.
Can he set the unstoppable Cocytus limited to 1 to 0 defense? The Crystron impact has been limited to 1, or limited to 2, but you can only play 1. He did not search it, so we don't even think he has it. Gen X Undyne could send a water monster from the deck to the graveyard, and your entire deck is water. Mostly, 99%. It's a cost to send the water monster. It is an effect to add a Gen X controller. Now, the Smyger will search for that one of the impact that will set the Cocytus to 0 defense.
Monster's effect activates.
Banish the Smyger. Grab the Impact. While it's semi-limited, you could only play one if you're playing a Rion because both cards are semi-limited. You stick your hand in the semi-limited bag and you can only pull 2 out. Not like the TCG where you could play 2 and 2.
I set a card face down.
Setting it. Now, if Anthox were to play Cosmic Cyclone, he could banish the Impact, which he knows he just set, and that's it. No more Impact, no out to the Cockatoo. But they can't play Cosmic Cyclone per field spell they're playing. Cosmic Cyclone's limited to 3. The field spell's limited to 3. So they share. Can only, if you pull 3 field spell out, no Cosmic Cyclone. You got 1. Invoker. Despite discarding the other Invoker, he had another. On someone searching for an invocation. He can't make another Water Cockatoo. What is he doing? Ballista Squad is going to tribute off the Invoker to pop a card in the field. Going for the Crystron Impact, he'll just chain it.
I shall turn the
Chain the Impact, so I'm going to banish Crystron onto the field, setting the untargetable Cockatoo to 0 defense.
I'll show you no mercy. I special summon a monster.
Reduce. Now, if you play a card like Transmigration Prophecy, which is actually a great card against many different decks, you could shuffle 2 cards from either player's graveyard back in the deck. That means you could shuffle your 1 Cockatoo from the graveyard back in the extra deck, then resummon it after they use their Crystron Impact. Is he playing a card like Transmigration Prophecy? Probably not, but you could. It would be a great way to recycle it. Invoker, get discarding, boosting up the Cockatoo to 2,800 attack. Citrian attack position. Invocation. He's invoking for a Dark Fusion. It must be a Dark Fusion.
Here I go. I fusion summon a monster.
Come forth, Kaliga. Kaliga says both players can only activate 1 monster effect and perform 1 attack a turn.
I activate a spell.
Invocation. Add the Invoker back to the hand. He's going for lethal. He's going for lethal. He's got exactly lethal over the Citri. Do not tell me you have an attack position Citri with no way to stop this. The Cockatoo cannot be targeted by card effects. Is this it?
Let's do this.
Let's
With a monster.
do it.
You have taken
See stealth attack on the attack.
my face down card. My continue.
See stealth attack could banish your water until the end phase. It will come back.
I shall turn the tides. My continuous trap activates.
Banish. Then go back onto the field. If Anthox had an unending nightmare to chain to the Sea Stealth attack, he could have stopped it. What are his back row cards? He could have stopped it. Redirect the attack onto the Undyne or the Sulfaneer, not going in on the Sulfaneer. Taking out the Undyne, 1,400 damage, choosing to not discard his Invoker to boost it to 38. It would not have been lethal. Citri gonna come back in the end phase. Now, Sea Stealth Attack has another effect. If you have a level 5 or higher water monster that goes into battle, you will destroy the opposing monster at the start of the damage step. We have Undyne sending a Citadel Whale from the deck to the graveyard. Karma Cut discarding the Gen X controller to take out the Kaliga. He can only use 1 monster effect this turn. He cannot activate the Citadel Whale with the Kaliga on the field, so he successfully banishes it. And now he could summon the Citadel Whale by tributing off 2 water monsters on the field. Get cut in. Top 5 most used card among tournament topping decks and King of Game decks. Synchro Shokan into an Amatrix.
Effect activates.
Activating to put the Cockatoo into defense. Floodgate Trap Hole gonna permanently put the Amatrix into defense. Face down.
Activates.
Chaining the Sea Stealth attack to banish the Amatrix until the end phase.
Time to
Sulfaneer in attack. Sulfaneer gets swinging. Chose to not summon a whale.
shall attack.
Going in with 1800, Canadia to flip down the Sulfaneer. He can choose to negate. Negate! Banish the Crystron impact. Negate any card that targets a Crystron.
Continuous trap activates.
Goes through, taking out the Cockatoo successfully. End phase, comeback Amatrix.
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster.
He does have Invoker in the hand. He is invoking. He cannot summon another Cockatoo. Summoning another Kaliga would not be good. What are his options? To not even activate the invocation. His opponent only has waters. He needs fire. He needs a fire monster to summon Purgatrio. But even then, he has no out to the Sea Stealth attack. Cosmic Cyclone off the top of the deck, taking out that back row card. Goodbye to Floodgate Trap Hole. Sea Stealth attack, the downside is you can't deal battle damage with level 5 or higher monsters. Not gonna take 1300.
Continuous trap activates.
But in this instance, it's actually a good thing. If he were to deal more than 2000 damage, that would trigger the Destiny draw to search his deck for any card.
Over.
I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw a card. I set this card.
Get drawing, get setting. Can't activate Destiny draw, 200 more life, and he could search his deck for anything.
My turn. I draw. I'll show you no mercy. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster.
Rihanna's here. Activate the Whale from the graveyard, tributing off 2 water monsters to summon itself onto the field. While on the field, negate any card that targets exactly 1 water.
I special summon a monster. My monster's effect activates.
Also, search your deck for another Sea Stealth attack in case something happens to your other.
Time to battle. 1,000.
Both attacks are threatening lethal. What could that back row card be?
My monster
Drowning the Air Force.
I expect.
Canadia.
I use my face down card.
Canadia, attempt to flip a monster on the field face down.
My monster's effect.
Whale, whale, whale. Negate. Lethal. Puzzles with the game 1 victory. It's now time for the side deck.
I set this card.
Hajime.
I set this card face down. I set this card face
Triple set for Element Sabers. Are we expecting any side deck cards within those triple back row set?
turn is done.
One of the best openers for Crystons is a Scrap Recycler or a Gen X Undyne. It's going to send any Crystron from the deck to the graveyard. And there you go. Opens up the Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler will send any machine-type monster from the deck to the grave.
Monster's effect activates.
Sulfaneer in the graveyard will discard a Crystron card to special summon itself. Then destroy a card you control. And then if you destroy itself, it will summon any Crystron from the deck.
I special summon a monster. My monster's effect.
So far, we have no idea what the back row could be. If it was a Fiendish Chain, would you have locked up the Scrap Recycler? Is that a worthy negate? We got Turtle. Canadia flipping down the Turtle before the Turtle could destroy a face-up card you control to summon a tuner from the deck. Very good. You'll see the purpose of the field spell soon.
Time to battle. Here we go.
Get battling. Does not care about that Scrap Recycler. Gonna take out the Turtle, which is normally 2,000 defense, but thanks to the field spell, reduced to 1,800.
Card.
Unending nightmare within the battle phase.
My trap activates.
Why is he doing this? To summon a Canadia.
Now's the time.
Continuous trap, unending nightmare. You could pay 1,000 life to destroy any face-up spell or trap on the field. Canadia being boosted up by the field spell, taking out the Scrap Recycler. Undyne, send a water from the deck to the graveyard, sends a Whale to add a Gen X controller. Whale could summon itself onto the field by tributing 2 water monsters you control. Sulfenir in the grave can summon itself to create that second water monster. This Fern going to banish from the graveyard to search for any Crystron monster. Now you desperately want Whale on the field because with Whale on the field, it will negate any card effect that targets a water, and it will grab your ultimate trap Sea Stealth attack with the field spell, makes you nearly indestructible. We got Smiger. Is he going to discard Smiger with the effect of Sulfenir to summon Sulfenir? I believe so. That's exactly what he does.
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters. I special summon a monster.
Sulfenir then chooses to destroy itself to summon any Crystron from the deck.
I special summon a monster.
The one and only Rion. Rion has been semi-limited to 2, alongside your Crystron Impact, so you can only play 1 of each. That's it. No more. Is he regretting his Rion summon? Is he second-guessing? Looks like he's going to Synchro Shokan. Come forth, Brionic. Into a Floodgate Trap Hole, permanently flipping down that Brionic. There was purpose to the Rion summon. Now with only 1 water monster on the field, and already using up your normal summon and your Sulfenir, we still got Turtle. Turtle gonna banish to summon a monster from the hand to summon the Citadel Whale. Debunk is going to negate. Negate a card effect that activates in the graveyard. Instead of negating and banishing the Citadel Whale, he negates the Turtle. You're crazy. He was planning on that whale, right? Am I right? Was he gonna summon a whale?
I set a card.
To summon whale, the cost is to tribute both your monsters. And then the whale gets banished.
Nice try. Here's my
Battle phase, we're gonna activate the Crystron Impact to summon a banished Crystron onto the field.
Now is the perfect time.
Come forth this Fern.
Summon a monster.
Now, all opposing defenses get set to 0, but they're already at 0.
Nice try.
Sea Stealth attack is going to be flip face up, which could banish at this Fern until the end phase. But for the Brionic, it does nothing. The Brionic is a goner. Only at the start of the damage step would Sea Stealth attack destroy the attacking Molehue, but start of the damage step is before the flip. Before the flip is the start, so it needs to be face up on the attack to destroy. Chaining Unending Nightmare to the Sea Stealth attack, taking it out. And goodbye to Brionic. Now, if you're wondering, Dkayed, why didn't he chain the Sea Stealth attack to protect the Sea Stealth attack? The Umi and the Sea Stealth attack cannot be destroyed if you banish with the Sea Stealth attack. You're right and you're wrong. You cannot flip up SSA, they chain to destroy, then you cannot chain to banish. The Sea Stealth attack must resolve.
My monster's effect activates.
This Fern banished to grab a Crystron from the deck. Come to me, Citri.
I flip over my face down card.
Entry. Entry, normally used in the graveyard, but on the field, when you activate it, summon a tuna from the hand and from the graveyard. Double tuna.
Now is the perfect time.
This could be setting up for the ultimate Quarion play. Level 2, level 3. With a level 4 non-tuner.
Activate.
This will be a Quarion. Sulfenir discarding a Smiger to summon itself onto the field. Destroying itself to then activate to summon a Crystron from the deck.
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters.
He needs an Element Saber in the hand to flip this down.
Chance. My monster's effect.
He's got it! Molehue negates the Synchro Shokan. But doesn't he have Whale in the graveyard? Uh-oh.
My trap activates.
Crystron Impact negate! You attempted to target my Crystron. My 1 of impact negates. This is it. This is it.
Counting on you.
Flame on.
My synchro
Let's go.
monster.
Synchro. Shokan for Quarion.
My monsters of
Quarion at 2000 D attack is going to banish up to 3 monsters on the field and or in the graveyard, targeting the Canadia despite it not being affected by monster effects.
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters.
Summons a Thisfern.
A monster in attack position. My monster's effect activates.
Rosenix banishing itself to summon a token onto the field.
The perfect time.
He is popping off. He is popping off. Let's go. Attack.
With my monster.
He just triggered his destiny draw. Yami-Yugi's gonna search his deck for any card he wants.
Attacks your life points directly.
1300.
I can still turn this duel around.
D
That's the
draw.
end of my turn.
I will not lose. My turn. Heart of the cards, guide me.
Heart of the cards. Guide me.
I still believe in my cards. I draw. Here I go. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster
Invoker gets searching for a fusion spell. Does Puzzles play Lancia?
from my hand.
Lancia to negate the invocation. No Lancia. He also has no Element Sabers in the graveyard. Banishes the Citadel Whale.
I fusion summon a monster.
Come forth. Cockatoo. Cockatoo at 1800 attack. Cannot be targeted nor destroyed by card effects. Can attack while in defense. He's got lethal on that Thisfern. Why did he summon Thisfern in attack? Why did he summon it in attack? If the Thisfern was not summoned in attack, he would not be losing this turn. Add the Invoker back to the hand.
Time to battle.
Get battling.
Let's do this. I attack with a monster.
Get attacking. It is actually not lethal. I was thinking he had 300 life. Okay, we're good. We're good. Chill. We mix up the life. Got a little too hyped. We're good. Okay, we're back in this. Focus. No Crystron Impact. Impact is the main card that deals with the Cockatoo, setting it to 0 defense. Otherwise, what's your out? Impact sets it to the 0. You can only play 1 Impact. How do you take out Cockatoo?
One eternity later.
All right. I summon a monster in attack position.
Molehue is here. Molehue has the ability to flip any monster on the field face down.
Let's battle.
Is he gonna flip down that Sulfaneer?
Let's do this.
Going in with Cockatoo.
Nice try. My continuous trap activates.
Activate C stealth attack. Useless. It cannot destroy the Cockatoo by card effect. Taking out the Sulfaneer. Sulfaneer, when destroyed, will activate to summon a Crystron from the deck.
I special summon a monster.
Let's do this.
We got Citry.
My monster attacks.
Taking out the Citry, ending his turn, back to Puzzles.
It's my turn. I draw. I end my turn.
I will not lose.
Open
My
field.
turn.
Is this
Still
it?
believe in my cards. I draw. I set this card face down. Time to battle. Let's do this.
Cockatoo.
Attacks your life points directly.
Lethal! Game 3. Woo! You must save your Crystron Impact for Cockatoo. Before the ban list, you played 3 Crystron Impacts. It wouldn't matter, you could use it freely. But now that is your one main out to the Cockatoo. Let's get going. Look,
Summon a monster in
these are all post-ban lists and they're doing well.
my monster's effect.
2 rod.
I'll teach you to
Smyger popping itself turn 1 to summon a Sitri from the deck. Sitri will be able to synchro using the graveyard during your opponent's turn. The ideal opener is opening up Scrap Recycler or Undyne, but this is still good. Opening up Field Spell, which is an ideal opener for Element Sabers. Not needing to use its effect to search for a Molehue, as he already has it. By not searching, you ensure that you have a battle phase next turn.
Let's battle.
Get swinging.
Over. My monster attacks.
Should he have chained his Sitri to the field spell? If he were to have chained his Sitri to the field spell, he would no longer possibly be negated. What? He did not even activate Sitri. Okay. He wants Smyger in the graveyard. He wants to keep the Smyger in the grave. Takes the hit. Could have synchroed into Amatrix if he wanted to. He said no thanks. Smyger banish, search for a Crystron Impact. Losing because he used Impact early. Should he have searched for Impact this early? Was that a mistake? We'll find out soon. Summon to Smyger. But Smyger says you can only use one Crystron Smyger effect per turn, and only once that turn. Does not set the Impact. But the Molehue's gonna flip him down. He already used the effect of Smyger, but he flipped him down anyway. So, okay. Whoopsies. Preemptive flip. Lapula could negate that Crystron Impact.
Let's do this.
Get swinging. 2100 bigger than the Smyger's defense. Lapula could negate any spell or trap card activation by using the field spell to send an Element Saber from the deck to the grave. With his one and only impact, do you want to use it? He lost to Cockatoo game 2. He needs to keep the impact for as long as possible.
Counting on you. I summon a monster in attack position.
Summons a Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler on summon. Activate, sending a Sulfaneer finally. We have access to the Sulfaneer.
My monsters of
Smyger gonna banish to grab another Crystron spell or trap. Come to me, entry. Activating Sulfaneer to discard. What are we discarding? He might get debunked. Debunk will negate and banish the Sulfaneer. We did see a debunk in game 2. We know he's side decking it. Is he going to get debunked? Yes, he is. Negate and banish the Sulfaneer. We called it.
Activate.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable is right. Negate.
My monster's effect activates.
This Vern banish itself to add a Crystron from the deck. Adding a Rion. He already performed his normal summon.
I set a card face down.
We setting.
Time to battle.
Battling, this is his opportunity to potentially take out that Lapula.
My turn is complete.
Nope. Changes his mind.
My turn. I draw a card.
Back to Yamayugi. Molehue.
I attack.
Get swinging. 1400 taking out the Scrap Recycler.
Waters.
No Invoker in sight.
I shall turn.
He activates the impact with an active Lapula on the field, and he does it in Anthox's end phase, which means if he were to instead have done it in his draw phase, he would have at least given up his Molehue effect. Now he's able to negate and flip face down on the next turn. Was this on purpose? Does he really want to activate the Crystron entry? This is a big play. There goes his out to a Cockatoo. Chaining Crystron entry to summon a tuner from the grave and from the hand.
Activates. I'll show you no mercy.
But by activating the impact on Anthox's turn, the impact can now negate the Molehue on your turn.
The monster.
So you could have either denied the double activation of the Element Sabers or get the early impact in the grave to negate a targeting effect.
I draw.
There's no way he has one Rosenix, and with only one Rion, you can't just summon a non-tuner to pop the Citru to summon another Rion. The consistency of actually summoning the Quarion has been greatly reduced. We got Turtle. Turtle could pop itself, pop another card to summon a tuner from the deck, but it looks like he might be attempting a Synchro Summon instead. I'm assuming. Entry targeting the Turtle to change its level to level 4. No way! This is it! With only one Rosenix in the deck, using entry to change the level to level 4. This is it!
My monster's effect activates.
Molahue desperately attempting to flip down the monster to stop the Quarion. It's useless! Negate!
Now's my chance.
Econ take!
Use my face down card.
He's going all in to stop this Quarion summon. The level 9 Quarion would banish the entire field. He took it. Rosenix summoning the token onto the field. You could keep my turtle. I do not want it back. He knew that if the turtle were to go back to him, that he would lose. Wait, now we have Rion in attack. He's gonna take out his own Rion.
My monster
He
shall
wants his
attack.
Citri to be activatable.
I won't give up.
But now he takes back the turtle. What are you doing?
Okay.
No! That's how you lose.
Draw. I set a card. My monster's effect activates.
You played around it, then played back into it.
Activates. Let's battle. It's over. I attack
2700 attack. The token was to protect from this happening. Lethal. Anthox is your winner. 2-1 victory. Meta Weekly, top decks, top 32 decks. This is the full deck type breakdown. Invoked Neos being the most played deck alongside Witchcrafter. Well, that makes sense because Invoked Neos does quite well against Witchcrafter. And so does Blackwings and so does Shiranui. What do they all three have in common against Witchcrafter? They play lots of back row, and Witchcrafter hates back row. That's why they're playing lots of cards like Galaxy Cyclone, Storm. So a back row heavy deck. Even Goki is starting to do well because of Witchcrafter shaping the entire meta. Basically, the meta is Witchcrafter's the core. If you do well against Witchcrafter, you will do well in the meta. Crystron's from Puzzles. Good job. Crystron's making top 32. A lot of people have given up on this deck because of the Rion and the impact going to 2. First place, Anthox. He did straight up win a game with Cockatoo after impact was used in the grand finals. Now let's quickly, in any order, random order top 32 decks. Let's go. Okay, this is Invoked Neos. Expect a lot of them. Lots of back row hate. Galaxy Cyclones, 30 card. Witchcrafters, Wad Peepo, Crafty. Okay. Nice. Standard Blackwings. Not standard Blackwings. What the heck? You are going to want the extra deck for this, so let me grab it for you. So this is the extra deck of the Blackwing deck. Double Animaru, oh my Jesus, Rakiri, Chidori, Obsidian Hawk Joe. More Witchcrafters. Lots of Storm. They're either playing Storm or Galaxy Cyclone. That's the way. Endless Trap Hell, Goki with the Necro Valley. They're either playing Balance or Endless Trap Hell. Lots of traps. Standard Blackwings. Alternative Evolution, not Ultimate Evolution, or is it Ultimate Fusion? Whatever it's called. Show of Nightmares. We got Storm. We got to whip out some optimal Witchcrafters again. Duplication instead of the Augmentation. Endless Trap Howl again. More, this is the way to play Goki. And I'm not sure what this skill is. Very nice. That's an Offerings to the Doomed. And again, another level reduction. So if the other deck wasn't enough to convince you, here it is again, a Haru level reduction. This shows that this deck is actually legit. So wow, I'm very happy to see the consistency there. Alternative Evolution, Mythic Depths, Crystron's. More, I think that's Endless, and Losin Fallen, probably Endless Trap Hell, yes. More Show of Nightmares, Lance, Galaxy Cyclone, Storm. You don't have an excuse for, missing back row hate with your Witchcrafter deck. Invokes Neos, that's a thick deck. See You Later, Ritual Beast. Switcheroo, okay. Restart. If you are struggling to open up your double Elder or even Winda, I would say that if I were to play this deck, that if I don't open up Elder plus another plus or a Winda, so that's 5 cards. If you don't open one of 5 cards, restart your hand. That seems worth it. Okay. Cyber Dragons with the triple Fusion Gate. Show of Nightmares, Galaxy Cyclone with the Witchcrafters. A Pointer of the Red Lotus. Oh my. Banish a card from your opponent's hand. Okay. Invoked. Very nice. Endless Trap Hell. Whoa. Shiranui Endless Trap Hell. I've not seen that. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. No Shiranui Squire. Back row, even more back row. You thought there wasn't enough back row, we got more back row, right? Oh my. Or, it's kind of like similar, actually. This is very interesting. Okay, looking at this, nice. Switcheroo. Invokes Neos. Fusion Gate it up. Machine Duplication, get duping. More Black Wings, standard Black Wings. And I love this. This did well for us on, it's going to be on YouTube. And I don't think I played Keeper. Did I not play Keeper? Oh my. Oh my. Loving it. And this is the extra deck for that deck we were just looking at right now. And the final deck being Goki's Endless Trap Hell with the double Necro Valley. That's the top 32. Love it.